Well, guys, it's Bobo here for Crisis in the Toyverse, and it's time to watch another Mezco 112 review. Of course, on the chopping block today is the Batman Sovereign Knight. Now, you'll find in a lot of reviews people just venting out their frustrations over this figure, ranging from things like, he looked like he's in pajamas, that's stupid, and to other people being like, oh, it doesn't look so bad, it's actually kind of cool, I like how they transitioned everything. And then you have other collectors going, why didn't you give it the prototype? I want the prototype, I pooped my pants, blah, blah, blah. The truth is, all those arguments are valid. Maybe not the pooping in the pants argument, but what you do on your own time's your own business. I actually like this guy out of the package. He looks cool. As you can see on the back of the box here, he is packed with all the same accessories we've seen with the Onyx edition. They're just done in more traditional bat colors. So there's a lot to cover here. I'm gonna try my best not to make this video super long because you guys have other things you guys need to do besides watch videos of grown men talking about toys. So let's go ahead, release the Sovereign Knight from his plastic prison and break it down. Alright, here is the Sovereign Knight unboxed and ready for people to complain about. Why don't I have my black lines on my Batman? The truth is, I don't know what the decision was for the change. Like I said earlier in the video, I can only guess and speculate. But once you have this figure in your hands, your opinion starts to change on that. At least it did for me, because when I saw this at Toy Fair, I was like, why did they make that drastic change? But once I have it in my hands now, I see that it actually works a little bit better. The subtle differences between the tone that's printed on the costume and the actual cloth that's underneath it. Of course, we got that bat logo there, looking very sweet. It's an evolution of the Ascending Knight logo. As you can see, Bruce is really taking that whole being Batman thing a lot more literal at this point. But the costume came out well. Once again, you can see in the picture here the differences between the Sovereign Knight prototype and what we actually got in hands. And once again, I keep stressing this, but I understand people may be disappointed by that. But at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world, I don't think, for my taste. The costume's very nice. I really like the texturized thing they did with it. I wish this would have been applied to the BVS Batman and the Justice League Batman, but holy cow, very awesome to look at. And then the belt came out really good too. The gauntlets look really nice. It's nice to see them more in a matte color than versus the Onyx edition. It kind of looks better like this in terms of the parts that build up the suit. The knee pads, on the other hand, I'm not a fan of. I don't think they work now that the black lines are gone, but you know, that's a personal thing. The boots look great, and then the texturized bottom there on the boots work as well. So overall, from an aesthetic point of view, I'm really happy with what I have in my hands, and hopefully you will be too. So let's go ahead now and start breaking down articulation on old Brucey boy here and see what we got in terms of that department. Now, in terms of articulation, the head does look down, it does look up, you do get side-to-side action, it does rotate full 360 Exorcist style. In terms of the upper body here, we have a diaphragm joint at the top that allows side-to-side movement. As you can see, you can twist and turn it, and then it bends down only that far at the top, and then bends back that much. And then you sort of have a waist turn there. It crunches down forward a little bit more and goes a lot more back, which is kind of cool for dodging bullets. The arms do go up, they do go down, they do rotate pretty much 360 if you wanted them to. And then we do have the bicep cut there, and then we have a double bend at the elbow. The gauntlets do rotate, and then we have that ball peg hinge system at the fist, which works out nice. His legs do go out, he can do the splits. We do have that inner thigh cut. They kick forward, and they actually kick back a little bit too. Double bend at the knee, which works nice. And then we have our boot cut there. And then in terms of the feet, they do go up a little bit, and they do go back, and then they do rock side to side. So, not a bad amount of articulation. You can definitely have Batman fighting crime. Let's move on to weapons. Where does he get those wonderful toys? Alright, so the Sovereign Knight comes packed with quite a few weapons. We've already saw these all with the Onyx release, but they're done in, like I said, those traditional Batman colors for weapons. 10 batarangs, bat drone, grappling gun with 2 hooks, and of course the sonar gun. And am I forgetting anything else? No, I think I covered all that. And then you compare that with what we got with the Ascending Knight. The armor is actually filling up quite nicely and looks really, really good. And of course we got 3 different head sculpts here. We got the Bruce Wayne head, the short pointy-eared look with the gritted teeth, and then the third head sculpt is what happens to Batman when he invites Catwoman over for a night of fun. Actually, this head sculpt's probably everyone's favorite, including myself, but I'm slowly being won over on the short pointy-eared look. And then, of course, we got a lot of different hands here, from gripping hands to batarang hands to the Kryptonite Knuckle Buster hand to relaxed hands to fist hands. Batman's got quite a bit going on for it in the Mezco department in terms of accessories. And then we got our 112 goodie bag, and then we got our flight stand clip piece here that plugs into the flight stand, and then that's for the cape effect. I don't even mess with that anymore, guys. And then you got the clips for that. And then, of course, we have our stand, which came out quite good. So, here is it for the comparison. Of course, in the middle, we have the Ascending Knight. Then we have the Sovereign Knight. And like I said, we have the Ben Affleck Batman, or Batflick, if you will, just to give you a comparison between the grays. Now, I don't have the Dark Knight in gray. Well, I have blue and gray, but I don't have black and gray. But I think these all look good, and as we break down the comparisons a little more, you're going to see what I'm talking about in terms of the texturized material versus each one. What I love about the Sovereign Knight versus the Ascending Knight, it's like Mezco was like, hey, you guys just want to take hand sanitizer and everything. Well, screw off. We'll just put some texturized crap on there. You'll be happy, which is a good thing, because, it is what it is. For those who did the hand sanitizer thing, I'm not knocking you guys. I'm just giving my own fan theory, if you will. And then, of course, we have the Ben Affleck Batman from BVS. And see what I'm saying about the texturized look here on the Sovereign Knight, how it probably would have made the BVS Batman pop a little more. But then again, this was Mezco early on with BVS Batman, so a lot can be forgiven there. But it would have been cool to see that at least on the tactical Batman from Justice League. And then, of course, final thoughts. So, do I love the figure? Yes, I do. I think it's the greatest Batman figure ever made. No, but it gives it into the contender spotlight. He is a lot of fun. He does come packed with so many different items and materials. It's hard not to like the guy. I know for some people they might be disappointed in it, but at the end of the day, I'm very happy with it, so that's where I stand with it. So overall, if you want to pick it up, like I said, you may want to wait a little bit, because a lot of people complained about this and actually are like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't get it now. I'm super cool. I need to tell everyone about it. But if you can find it at a great deal, go ahead and pick it up. With that being said, though, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. Leave your feedback, whatever it may be, positive, negative, or indifferent. Check out some of the people who make this show possible. Slideshow at the end. Take care, everyone. And until next time, great googly moogly.